Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm going to say it again. A little technical difficulty, so I'm not sure if it was actually live when I started speaking, but hello, everyone. How is everyone doing this Friday afternoon? I just got set up on my laptop. I was having trouble getting it going, but I'm not going to bore you with all of the background technical difficulties that I sometimes have going live. But I hope everyone is doing well and thriving right now. I wanted to come on today as promised and talk a little bit about the hidden job market and how you can tap into that. Now, some of the information that I'm going to share might be a little bit different considering the times. I first shared this information when we were still allowed to meet in real life. And while we're on stay-at-home orders, some things might change. So I'm going to wing it on those parts and try to come up with some appropriate ideas for this day and age, I guess is what I'm trying to say. A lot of what I've shared before involves meeting people face to face, and so we're going to have to change up a little bit of that. But anyways, let's get started. So I want to share a little bit about my background because I know not everybody is familiar with me. I am a career counselor and a credit specialist, and I specialize primarily in transition, which means that people who are either coming out of retirement or who've been out of work for a long period of time, who need to brush up on everything. They need a new resume. They need an achievement-based resume. They need to learn new interviewing skills or how to ace the interview in this day and age, salary negotiations, and all of that. So if you haven't already checked out my page, please do so. I have several videos that I've put out more recently about appealing unemployment insurance, and I do have videos on acing the interview and negotiating salary, and I'll be putting out more. But I wanted to share today about the hidden job market and some statistics about that. One of my intentions this year is to be consistent in everything that I do, and being at home has allowed me to do that even more. So intentional and consistent. And I believe it's important to stay consistent in business, and also when you're looking for a job, if you are someone who prefers to work 9 to 5 for another company, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you need to be consistent. And right now it's kind of hard to do, but if you do need a job and you're not consistently looking for one, you have to ask yourself, why not? And how can you change that behavior so that you can be successful in your job search, right? So it's really hard to find a job right now, I think, unless you're doing something service related like delivery, and not everybody is able to do that, but you do need to be consistent. And so what I want to tell you right now about looking for a job during this time or networking during this time, tapping into the hidden job market during this time, is that you're going to have to learn to network online. And the way you do that is by first following companies that you're interested in. And I always tell my clients, you want to identify 10 corporations that appeal to you for some reason. 10 corporations that are in your industry that you either would recommend to someone else, or you've always wanted to work for, or someone who works there, which is even better because you already have a connection there. But you want to network, you want to follow, you want to kind of professionally stalk companies that you're interested in, at least 10. And you want to consistently reach out to those organizations, look at their posts on Indeed, you want to follow them on social media, and you want to engage them in professional conversation. So let me tell you this, only 30% of job openings are ever advertised. 30% of all jobs are advertised. So, what happens with the other 70%? How are they filled? Well, they're filled by word of mouth, networking, and active job seekers in real life. And so what I mean by active job seekers is this is a person who doesn't just put their resume out there and then wait for a call. This is a person who doesn't fill out an application and then wait for a call. And you know who that person is. It's the person who, when asked by someone else, oh, how's your job search coming? Or what happened with that application you put in with that company you were, telling me about? And the job seeker's response to that is, oh, I never heard back from them. Or, oh, I never got a call. Or, I don't know what happened with that because they never reached out to me. I never got an interview. Or I got an email and they said they filled the position, That person is not an active job seeker. That's a passive job seeker. And that's the person that more often than not won't get the job that they're seeking. So yes, in real life, you need to interact with these organizations and engage with them. Once we're able to get back to the point where we can meet with people face to face or, in a more casual setting, you want to reach out to those organizations that you're interested in and see if you can find a connection there. Okay. You want to talk about what you're good at. You want to talk about achievements that you have had with other companies, other organizations. And if you know that the company that you're seeking out has a problem, you want to be able to solve for that problem. You want to interact with these companies regularly and know what the company is up to and be able to engage in conversation with them about their company and the work that they do at any given time. It's kind of like your elevator speech. You need to have your elevator speech, your 30-second pitch about why you're so great and wonderful and why you're capable and the best candidate for that job. You want to have that ready at hand. It's the same thing, basically. So where are you spending your time right now? Are you spending 100% of your time on 30% of the market, which is those jobs that are advertised? Or are you spending 100% of your time on the 70% of the hidden job market? I think it's time for everyone to reevaluate the way they search for jobs and spend a balanced amount of time on both markets in the right way. So the other thing I want to mention to you right now is if you're having a hard time with things that are going on right now, you're having a hard time with reaching out to people and networking, and you just really don't know where to get started, you can follow my page. You can join my page. It's open to the public. You can also enroll yourself or join some networking groups. You can also take into consideration multi-level marketing. I'm not opposed to multi-level marketing. And before you get all upset, multi-level marketing is actually where, it's a billion-dollar industry, I believe. You need to think home-based at this time. It's the fastest growing business industry or business sector. When you think about it, an MLM or a network marketing company is no different from a day job. You work and someone else partly benefits from the work you do, just like a 9-to-5. You are awarded according to your effort, and you control how much you earn instead of someone else saying, I will pay you this much for a certain amount of time, which is essentially trading dollars for time, right? You don't want to get stuck in a rut or get in the habit or get comfortable with trading dollars for time, especially right now. If you had started a business as a side job 2 years ago, how would your life be different today, considering all that we are going through? How would your life be different? One of the things that you get to do is set your own hours. You get to take breaks and vacations whenever you want. You can tend to family needs without having to ask for time off. If any time is the right time to start a service-based business you can do from home, that time is now. So I would take advantage of the time that you have now to consider some home-based network marketing companies that you might be interested in working for. So that's pretty much it for the day. If you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. And if you want me to cover something else, another topic, reach out to me. You can direct message me. If you want me to elaborate on this or clarify anything, I'd be more than happy to do so. I'll probably be going live again a little bit later with something completely different. That will help someone who's maybe having a hard time getting a job for different reasons. But I did want to share that information with you. I did want to talk to people, talk to you about where your interests lie and how you can maybe get your foot in the door. The time to take action is now. You want to be prepared for when all of this is over. You want to be ahead of the game. You want to be ahead of the masses. You want to be ahead of everyone else. So you need to take the time now to prepare for what's to come next. I hope this was encouraging. Again, let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you later. Take care.